Honey Boujou band members, today is Monday, March 28th. For the most part, I start with the Mille Reservation band member COVID-19 cases update. And again, today we have no new cases reported on the reservation. That makes no new cases for the past 14 days. That is like excellent news. And if you don't know the numbers from 2 weeks ago or last week, here they are. District 1 and District 2A, we're at 304. District 2, we're at 62. And District 3, we are at 84. And today, the election forums are starting. And so you're invited to the candidate forums to learn more about the individuals running for Secretary Treasurer, District 2 Representative, and District 3 Representative. And dinner will be provided beginning at 5:30. And they're thinking that the forums last about 2 hours. There is information on our Facebook page for the dates, times, and the location for each of the district forums. The first one is today, and that is in the urban area at the All Nations Church. And again, that starts at 5:30. Tomorrow, it will be at the District 2 Community Center, and the candidates will be for Secretary Treasurer and District 2 Representative. Then the District 3 Community Center on Wednesday, March 30th, and that's for Secretary Treasurer and District 3 Representative. In Isle, that will be on Thursday, March 31st. And at the District 1 Community Center, Friday, April 1st. For any election-related questions, please call the Mille Band Election Office at 320-532-7586. Big Sandy Lodge and Resort in McGregor will be holding a job fair starting on Saturday, April 2nd from 12 noon to 8 p.m. The resort has a summer incentive program. And if you're interested, that information is on the Facebook page. Junior ambassador positions are also being offered at Big Sandy for Mille Band youth. And please contact Lana Alswoodson. She's the band member recruitment manager at the Grand Casino Mille. And her number is 320-532-8202. It's survey time again. The Health and Human Services Department is doing a community survey to gather your feedback and opinions about the services and programs offered by the Department of Health and Human Services. The survey is available through a Survey Monkey, it's called. And you can go on the website and answer the questions, or you can stop by any of the Health and Human Services offices at any of the 3 districts to pick up a paper copy. The information will be used to improve existing services and programs and provide input about possible future services. So if you have some time and you have some opinions about Health and Human Services, please share your thoughts, ideas, and suggestions. And the survey is confidential and will take about 10 minutes to complete. And they're asking if you are interested in doing the survey to please respond by Friday, April 1st. And the good part of participating in the survey, you could win a $50 Amazon gift card. The 2022 Women's Final Four in Minneapolis is coming this weekend, and that's from April 1st through the 3rd. At Friday's game, there will be a land dedication, a halftime show with drum and dancers, and an in-arena video highlighting Indigenous athletes. So that's pretty cool. If you're down in the area, maybe you want to attend that. On Saturday, I'm going to be at Big Drum. The season is starting up here for us in Mille Lacs, so that's where I'll be. Today, we had a compromise hearing, a part of the band assembly meeting. And by law, we are required to meet a certain time after a bill is vetoed. So I vetoed Band Assembly Bill 20-013122. And this is exclusion and removal. And I believe a District 1 representative introduced the bill. And so it talks about what the criteria is going to be to exclude and remove individuals from the Mille Lacs reservation. And it was up for comment on their website. So if you had the opportunity to submit your comments. And I vetoed the bill, and sometimes after the band assembly puts a lot of time and energy in there, and when they do receive a veto, they're not very happy. But I did explain that I did support their initiative, but there were some legal and judicial determinations that I had questions about, and wanting to make sure that anything that comes out of the legislative office for legislation and I sign into law, I want to make sure that there are no loopholes anywhere in there. And so we had a lot of discussion about that. I have band member Sinjin Knasatega in my office that analyzes any legal document, and we go through it many times line by line to make sure that we understand what is the intent of the law. And so the compromise hearing today is that we will submit some red line options to them for them to review. Even though in December, my office did submit comments regarding the bill, but they were not taken into consideration in December, and we had to bring those forth again today. And that is called the compromise hearing, and that is a part of the band assembly session. We also had another meeting that is called the joint session of the band assembly. And by law, that is connected with the Minnesota Chippewa Tribe Constitution. So we meet on 3 areas. It's removal, elections, and enrollments. And so there were some resignations of the election committees. And we had 3 individuals that resigned as a member of the election board. And so we had to refill those, and those individuals came from District 2. There was also a resignation from the urban area. So that resolution that was passed today was to fill in the vacancies for that. And also on that joint session, there was the discussion regarding the job responsibilities of the Solicitor General. And as I noted that the joint session of the band assembly is for those 3 issues. So we had to talk about that a little bit, and moving forward. Currently, the band has a grant. It's called a Salsa Grant. It's from the Department of Justice. And that gives our Solicitor General the ability to work with the U.S. Attorney's Office. And there aren't many tribes across the United States that have that ability. They look at individuals that may have committed crimes on our reservation. And so clarifications will come out of that for members of the band assembly. We submitted a grant to the federal government. We were approved. It went to the band assembly to appropriate. And so they did that. It was signed into law as appropriation bill. And then we implement the grant on the reservation. And so there were some questions about that. So as we're moving forward, we will get those questions answered. Also today, I had a meeting with the enrollment subcommittee of the Minnesota Chippewa tribe. There are going to be a couple of questions that the membership of the Minnesota Chippewa tribe will be asked. And so the discussion is going on to make sure we have the proper question to ask and making sure that everyone who wants to vote has the ability to vote. And one of the first questions is, should there be a blood requirement to be enrolled in the Minnesota Chippewa tribe? And when you see that question on your ballot, it may be a little bit different. But the gist of the question is, do you believe in blood quantum on them to be able to be an enrolled member of the Mille Band or any of the other 5 reservations? And the second question is, should we allow the individual bands to determine the criteria for enrollments? And so those are really the 2 questions that will probably be on the June ballot. So look out for those, and there will be more education information on that as we're going forward. So with that, I'd like to say good day, and I will talk to you soon. Miigwech.